What up, though? It's your boy Rio, and you tuned into my 10th episode on Mindfulness with Mario. If you haven't already, make sure you check in with episode 9, where I touched base with my boy John Jackson, and we talked about his organization, Simple Talks. A very dope episode. Make sure you up to speed on all my current content. Today, I got my boys Phil and my boy Matt, and we about to talk to y'all about investing. So I'm going to have them go ahead and introduce themselves, and we're going to go from there.
All right, my name Matt. Call me Matty B. Follow me on Instagram, Matty B 2_. Western Michigan alum, retired at 25, and now a full-time investor. So yeah, check me out.
What up, though? My name is Phil. Follow me on Instagram at phil.weir, W-E-I-R. Went to the Cass Technical High School. Then I went to Bowling Green State University. Shout out to the Falcons. I'm also a full-time Forex trader.
Okay, so let's just jump right in, man. So just kind of walk me through, you know what I'm saying, what y'all doing right now, like professional wise.
Okay. So as he said, Forex trader. So I kind of say investor because I'm not just investing just in Forex. I do stock trading, cryptocurrency trading. I'm gonna dip into like real estate investing as well. So mostly Forex trading and mentoring. So I have an organization about 500 individuals that I mentor daily. But yeah, pretty much just invest in Forex.
Okay, and what got you started in that? Like, kind of give me a little brief background of like what made you decide to hop into the cryptocurrency game.
So, being honest, it really stemmed from me not wanting to work. Like the very first day I worked at Pepsi corporate when I first got out of college.
Okay.
And the first day I got there, I don't know if like it was just something about like I had to be there at 5 a.m. I had to drive from Kalamazoo to Grand Rapids, like a 50-minute drive, and they was like, yeah, 55 hours minimum. That's the Pepsi way. We're a blue-collar company. And everybody was just, like, real excited, and I'm just like, bro, there's no way in the world. Like, I ain't lazy, but I just can't see myself working 55 hours a week. So I'm like, at that moment, the first day ever, I'm like, I can't do this 40 years. I got to figure a way out. The opportunity kind of came one of my best friend, actually my best friend from college. She moved to Grand Rapids, lived in the same complex. She said, hey, I just started this trading thing. I know you would be good at it. You already were doing stocks. Like, just give it a try. It being her, I'm like, let me just tap in. I ain't ask no questions. And then the rest just kind of played out.
Okay, so like, what did you go to school for? Like, what you go to school for? Like, what was your major?
Double majored in food marketing and business management.
Got it.
Minor in general business.
Got it. And then what about you? Like, what led you into the investing game, or what did you do prior to?
Okay, so I had a lot of jobs. I can't lie. I done worked in all types of fields from food, sales, corporate life, even the airport. So I had a lot of jobs, but in all those jobs, I didn't find any passions in anything. So at the time, I had went to Bowling Green, but I didn't finish college, right? I went for about 2 years, and I was studying sports management. I wanted to like work for like the NBA or NFL. You know, I was like, I ain't playing, so I was like, I got to do something with it. But you know, I didn't find any passion in college either. I was like, man, it got to be something out there. Like, I know it's something for me. So after I left Bowling Green, I started working at Total Quality Logistics. I was a logistics broker there. And I was just like, you know, getting there at 7 a.m., leaving at 6. And then at that job, like, my the businesses that I was looking over, they could call me 24/7. So like a couple of times they called me at 3 a.m, and I was like, yeah, this ain't it. I'm like, you're not about to call me at 3 a.m. when I'm sleeping. I gotta be at work at 7. I'm like, this ain't it. So I gotta find something. So I've been doing Matt since like 9th or 10th grade, and he called me up. He was like, cause we've been hanging out always. You know, I used to visit Western. We have like our annual bro trip. You know, go out of town and things like that. So he like, look, Phil, you need to look into investing, bro. I'm like, I don't know nothing about it. You know, I'm from the east side of Detroit. You know, I'm from Moraine, get 7 miles. They ain't teaching none of that over there. So I'm like, bro, if I come in this, I'm going to lose my money off Bill. I already know. But him being the mentor he is and being my bro, you know, he made sure he guided me throughout everything. So that really got me into it. And then, honestly, somehow I fell in love with it. Something I never thought of or like never even looked at. And now I'm a mentor in this as well. I've been mentoring over 75 people, and it's just like I love it every day. So it's something I can't see myself not doing.
Got it. So like before we go into that, like y'all relatively young. So like how old are you?
26.
26.
And 26.
Okay, so it's just funny because like y'all very first job, y'all was like, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you went to school. Did you always want to be an entrepreneur, or was it that running into the first career you was like, no, this ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I wanted to be a CEO.
Okay.
So before Pepsi, I interned at Kellogg's. I interned at All Phase Electric and another food company. So I always like I'm gonna work my way up the corporate ladder to be a CEO. That was my ideal thing. Entrepreneurship was like would be cool, but I didn't really have a niche. But I knew if I like found something, I'm a pretty good leader. I know how to manage people, so that's what I kind of wanted to do. But I never really had entrepreneurs. I didn't know what I would do as an entrepreneur, honestly.
Got
It
it.
just kind of came out of nowhere.
Got it. And then what about you?
Yeah, me either. I didn't think about entrepreneurship at all. Honestly, like my pops, he was born like in the 40s. So I have old parents. I ain't gonna lie, I got old parents, man. Like my dad is people grandparents' age. So like no knock on him. Like he just taught me what he knew, you know. And he didn't go to college things like that. He's a pastor now, but like he was telling me, you know, it's only 3 routes. You either gonna go to school, go to the military like he did, or find a job and work your whole life. And that's all I knew growing up. You know, like I feel like I was raised on survival instead of being taught the principles and different things. So I don't knock them for that, but that's how I was raised. So entrepreneurship was never in my mind. I just always knew like, okay, I have to work for somebody until I'm about 65 and then die in the next 5 to 10 years or something. And I'm like, it can't be like that. So, you know, that just
90 or
I mean, statistically speaking, you know, we don't see
true.
90, but
That's true.
you know, so I was just like I'm about to live life. I'm like, I just want to live life, you know. So it was like I was like, it got to be something else. You feel me? So now Forex, I'm looking into vending machines, things like that, trying to get property. You know, I even volunteer over the summer for some of our friends. They have legacy properties, so I volunteer with them because they bought some houses. So it was like just, you know, what's the word, like renovating it, things like that. And I just wanted to see what it's like. So that's something else that sparked my interest. So yeah, I can't go back to a job.
Got it. And so, like, did y'all take away any key learnings from, like, this small little glimpse of being in corporate?
Oh, absolutely.
What were some of those?
Shout out Pepsi. They showed me how to run $1 billion corporation. I was so before I actually left, I was managing 70 employees. So seeing that, how to motivate different people, because in Pepsi, I was in Ohio. A lot of them was older than me. A lot of them wasn't black either. So, like, kind of I learned a lot about relationships and learned how to, like, kind of what motivates people, how to communicate with people, and how to earn people respect. Because think about when people are working for you, if they don't respect you, they're not going to really give you results. So I kind of had to kind of learn how to earn respect. Pepsi also taught me about just if you have something that everyone needs, then you're never going to go out of business. They've been around since the 1800s, and they sell sugar water. But everybody buy it. You know what I'm saying? That's Coke product, but any function you go in is going to be the Pepsi or Coke product. So they made a brand, a product so strong that it's going to be here forever. So I'm like,
yeah. No, I agree with that, bro. Like, I worked for Frito-Lay, like, when I first got out of college. So, I mean, I definitely can.
What was you doing there?
So, I was a district manager. So, yeah, when I first got out of college, I was managing a team of, it was 12 route sales reps at the time.
Yep.
I mean, about $6 to $7 million district. So, I mean, 21-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of responsibility. Yeah. And, like, kind of like yourself, like, my goal was I wanted to be a CEO. And it's the corporate world, especially for African American male, it's a long road, and you have to be in it either for the long game or like kind of like what y'all did. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, this ain't for me, and I'm gonna just get out. But I mean, I'm not knocking corporate America at all. Like, you for sure gonna take away some key learnings, and you can also learn at, you know what I'm saying, the company's dime. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta still have an end goal at the end of the day, right? You gotta say, okay, I'm gonna get this 5 years and then I'm gonna leave. So I mean, y'all both made that decision early on, which is, I mean, that's a hell of a risk, like, you feel me? Because I'm sure as an entrepreneur you probably are experiencing a lot of things, like when you are in corporate America, you have, you know what I'm saying, a security of every 2 weeks I'm gonna get my check, whereas an entrepreneur is like a daily grind, you know what I'm saying? So can y'all kind of like walk me through the process, or like that fear of, oh man, I might not get paid this week, or, you know what I'm saying, like, what does that feel like?
So that feeling is actually, it's not for everyone, honestly. Not to knock anyone with a job, you know, I always tell people there's nothing wrong working a job. Personally, I just feel like you should follow your passion. You know, if your job is your passion, that's perfect. But like, you know, like, it's not for everyone. There's been times where I didn't even know if I was gonna get rent paid. Like, it's not all good days, right? You have to really be a hustler and know, like, oh, I'm going to do this, right? Like, my last job I worked, I walked off the job in January, right? Because my manager, like, I was telling them, you know, I had 2 jobs at the time, and I was telling them also about Forex. So they basically questioned me, was like, if you're making this money in Forex or whatever, whoop-de-woo, like, why you still working here? Like, you ain't, and my manager was like, you ain't gonna do nothing besides work here for the rest of your life, and that's it. And I was like, oh, you must not know who I am. Like, do you know who I am? Like, man, so exactly, put the respect on my name. So I legit walked off the job in the middle of the shift, and I was like, granted, I was built off of emotion when I did that. Like, I wasn't thinking properly. Like, I legit was off of emotion, but when I did, I got in my car and I was just like, oh, I was like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? Like, it took like it. I don't want to say it doesn't take any faith to work a job, but it's like, you know, you have that security, right? You know, if you work 40 hours, you're going to get your salary every other Friday, right? You know that. When you're in entrepreneurship, there may not be a paycheck that Friday. It may not be one for 2 or 3 Fridays, but you can't give up. Like, you have to be able to struggle. Like, you have to go through it. And it's a mental toughness that it takes, honestly. Like, like mental health, like, I preach that big in my mentorship and things like that is mental health, but, like, it really takes a toll sometimes. Like, it ain't all good days.
Have there ever been thoughts of like, man, I might need to give me another job?
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. So like, I've been an entrepreneur now. So it was November 5th, like 2019. So it's been a little over a year. And when it first happened, the pandemic hit, and a lot of people didn't want to trade anymore. And I'm like, man, like, I literally just quit my job, and people don't want to trade them. But everybody, like, they scared. They just stay in the house. So I actually, you know, for me, my first instinct was like, all right, I'm going to get another source of income. I went and started doing Lyft. And that was, like, making up the gap of me not having as much people on my team. And then the pandemic, like, it was a shut. Nobody was doing Lyft no more because nobody felt safe. So it really forced me to really hustle with my business. So I, you know, that security is great, like, just knowing you're gonna get it. But then it's like, this kind of made me grow, and like my work ethic has increased now, because if I don't work, I'm not gonna eat. And I'm the type of person that like money. Like, I love money. Like, I don't like to be without it, or, you know.
I mean, I see you shining, man.
So it's just like, you know, I can't. So for me, this really kind of unlocked my work ethic, because with Pepsi, like, I was in sales too. I dominated in sales, but you know, but even if I did it, I'm still gonna get that check regardless.
Yeah.
So this now is like, I can't go without a check. Like, you know, I will say this, and this, I might not have the check I wanted, but I always still got paid every week about entrepreneurship. That is what really unlocks you out of you is understanding, like, if you're gonna succeed in entrepreneurship, you gotta grow as a person. And I really personally develop a lot this year, because you know, it's just security, and without it, like, with this entrepreneurship, you have to actually, you know, dig into what you really are. And you know, when you are doing this business, like, trading tells you a lot about yourself, but your mentorship tells you a lot what others think about you. And I realized, I'm like, dang, I'm probably not the best leader, but I had that security at Pepsi, but now I had to really just kind of get in the mud, in the trenches. So I like it. I'm a gambler by heart. I like taking risks. So this is just, like, for me, the thrill, like, just knowing every day is going to be different. Like, I love it here. I ain't going to lie.
Got it. I mean, yeah, I think I recall, like, when you had made the post, like, how you had retired or whatever the case. Like, can you describe that feeling? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, walk me through that.
It's a lot of emotions, because, like, you thinking, like, my parents are still working. And they tell me, like, look, Matt, you should, you know, wait. But it's like, I'm looking at the vision of 2 years down the line. I'm looking at the vision of 3 years down the line. Like, okay, right now it might not make sense, but we have a saying within our investment group: it'll all make sense. And the reason is, right now it doesn't. When you entrepreneurship, to a lot of people, they just seeing where you are right now. They saw me as somebody, you know, who maybe couldn't, you know, get to where I am. But you have to understand that, like, you gotta have a vision. And like you said, with a job, you don't have to have faith. You gonna get your check. I have faith that God wasn't gonna let me fail. I really had that. So when I first retired, I remember I went to Miami right afterwards. Like, nah, dumb. Like, we blew a check in the clubs, and, you know, went to, you know, different whatever. And I'm just like, I got back, I'm like, man, like, that was actually really irresponsible. I can't really be doing that no more. But the emotions of just having that freedom and doing that on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was just like, bro, I love it. Like, I'm gonna make sure I work to maintain this lifestyle no matter what. And I just want, like I said, this whole opportunity of me just retiring is not about me. I just want to show other people that you can do the same things. It might not be Forex, it might not be investing, whatever you good at, whatever you can have. You don't have to work, because, like, a lot of times, like you said, being African American, it's not really set up for us to really be the CEOs. You probably count on one hand how many CEOs it is in a Fortune 500 company. True. So I just really was happy that I could inspire people and just show people that's another way out other than working. So
No, that's real. That's real, bro. So, like, walk me through what does the day to day look like for, you know what I'm saying, the entrepreneur? Like, you don't have to wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, or I mean, you may or not. So, kind of walk me through like what is the typical day look like for you?
It honestly varies day to day. Something I live on is I actually schedule my day out the day before, like the last night. So, like right now it's 7:55. So later on when I get home, before I go to sleep, I know I have to schedule out the next day, whether it's trainings, whether it's who I have to call, whether it's new people who are interested, like whatever it may be, I have to schedule my day around that. And when I say schedule around it, I mean like whether if I eat at this time, like I have to schedule all these things. Honestly, this like the more I grow in this business, I really have to schedule it, and it's crazy. I didn't think that at first. Like when I first started, I'm thinking, oh, just bring people in. Oh, this is easy, but it's actually a responsibility, and it's like you don't want to be someone who just brings somebody and then leave them to the wayside. Like you actually have to be their therapist, their counselor. Like you are really somebody that they need in their life, and you figure out all different personalities. Like you have to have the relationship with people. So my day is really big. Sometimes like my girl, she would be mad at me sometimes because it's like the business is calling. It's like, look, if I don't answer this phone call, you ain't getting that MacBook that you want. You feel me? Like it's like this really like I have to really schedule my day out the prior day, and I know sometimes she may get mad or whatever, but it's all for the long. Like you said, it all makes sense. Like I don't look at my current situation now. I look at my future, so it's like, okay, I may not be the richest right now, but I know next year or in 2 years, I'm in Detroit words, it's up there and I'm stuck there. You feel me? Like it's going to be up there, so it's like, you really have to, I honestly can wake up 6 a.m. Like it's just, it varies, but it's all also because I have people from different states. So we all have different time zones, things like that. So it's like, I have to really schedule it around them.
Okay.
But it's really busy all day. Like it does not stop. Like really, I could be on phone calls literally till like midnight, if not 1 a.m. sometimes.
Like that, and that's just more so like on the mentoring piece.
Trainings, everything.
Okay, so all right, so let's dive into the Forex, man. Like I see, you know what I'm saying, I hop on Facebook, I hop on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You see all these so inspirational, motivated people, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you need to hop into Forex. And so like on the outside looking in, it's like, man, it seemed like it might be a pyramid scheme or whatever. That's like the general thoughts of someone who sees someone, you know what I'm saying, as someone who does Forex. So like what I wanted to do is bring y'all onto this show, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of give us, you know what I'm saying, I guess the general basics of Forex. What is Forex? You know what I'm saying? What does it look like? Is it a copy and paste system? You know what I'm saying? Just kind of just give me the, you know what I'm saying? Just give me
That's
the.
crazy. Like the copy and paste. This is like, so the thing about Forex, I always tell people, like, you got to really give us grace. I give my Forex people grace because it's they first time entrepreneurs, so how they market their business might be a little aggressive, might come off wrong. But essentially, we just trade in currencies for one another. So it's the largest financial market in the world. We are making money by the fluctuation of currencies. Same way you see gas prices fluctuating every single day. That's based on the price of oil. Every currency fluctuates based on what's going on in the real world. So, for example, U.S. dollar is very weak with, everything with the corona. People storming the Capitol building. That's not doing well for the U.S. dollar. You feel me? So we're just here to actually capitalize off the different things that happen with our currency. So we can buy them or sell them. So really you can make money either direction. And it's really we're teaching you when to know. Like I don't predict the market. I react to it. So if I see a currency is buying, and based on technical analysis, then we hopping in. So we're actually just trading currencies for one another to make a profit. That's just
man, and someone like myself, that still seemed confusing, bro. So I guess that's why you had a
call. All right, let's say me and you, we in Detroit, so we neighbor Canada. Me and you go just for, like I said, just a day. We get over there and we immediately realize that they don't use American dollars. We have to exchange it for Canadian money because over there that's their main currency.
Got it.
Take 200 American dollars, we get 200 Canadian dollars, we good to go. We get over there and we go to the casino and you forgot your ID. We can't get in the casino. You ruined the whole trip. You was a beaver. I don't know where you might have left in the car. We got to go back. We go back to exchange our currencies because we have in United States, Canadian dollars don't have no value. So we go exchange it back. However, this time is worth double. We get 400 American dollars back. and you looking at me and feel like how you just flip my money, double it in the span of 2 hours. And we tell you that it's no magic trick. The exchange rate has changed. It went from 1 to 1, meaning $1 Canadian equals 1 American dollar, 1 and 2. So it fluctuates every single day, all like 24/6 while the banks are open. So we just capitalize on that and trade it. Literally, that's all it is.
Got it. And like he brought you into the game.
Yeah, he brought me in. So
through.
like I said, I didn't know anything about this, especially from Eastside Detroit. It's you gonna ball or be in the street sometimes.
No, listen, that's the thing too. Like being in Detroit, like this is not like I didn't think I would be an investor in Forex. Like I don't want people to think like this is a lifelong dream. But you see though, like how accessible it is and how anybody, like you said, you finish, but you from the Eastside Detroit, like
this is not being taught where I'm from. So like when I first went in, I was like, look, I'm only gonna give you $50 into this. I'm like, you're gonna have to make this work because I didn't believe it. I'm like, it sounds too good to be true. Copy and pasting, like we got in trouble in that in school. Like you can't plagiarize. Like come on, nah. So like he was like, look, bro, like just trust me. Like we got this. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like, we're gonna see what this 50 ball do, and we just gonna work with it. I literally turned $50 to $923.56 in my first week just by copy and pasting. So then I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I'm like, this is better than like anything else in the streets. Like anything
like
else.
A parlay then.
Exactly, it's a parlay for sure. Like for real. Like I'm like, I hit a 5-team parlay. Like this is crazy. I'm like 50 to 900, and I'm like, I didn't know anything. Like I was never big on investing. Like I didn't even know about even how to balance a checkbook. I didn't know none of that, honestly. Yeah. So me really taking that risk, and I seen the profits from it. I'm like, oh, let me take a deeper dive in it. So we have a earn while you learn system, So it's like no matter how quick or how slow you learn, that does not dictate how much money you can make, right? We have a signal chat that literally sends you like a signal, right? A signal is like either buy Bitcoin. We all seen Bitcoin been going crazy, right? Hit 41,000, right? We'll send you buy Bitcoin at this price for such amount of like a stop loss, take profit. Like we send you all the numbers you have to do. You literally just look at that text message. It takes 15 seconds, right, to copy those numbers and put into your phone. And literally, in the words of my mentee Joy, it will Watusi to your profits, right? It will go crazy. And it's like, just like, it's not all, like, we don't win every single trade. I'm never going to be the person to lie to you and say, oh, we win every trade. No. But what I can guarantee, since I've joined in September 24th, 2018, is that every week has been profitable, right? We do lose trades. Okay, because you're still risking. Like you can't guarantee a trade, right? We have our different technical analysis, fundamental analysis, but at the end of each week, we give out a list of all the trades we did, and every single after the end of the week, we'll say, oh, we had 15 wins and 2 losses, 20 wins, 5 losses, right? We have a list that shows you if you hopped in every single trade, you will have ended out the week in profit.
Why would someone not decide to copy and paste? Like they might think differently. Like,
so this is the only opportunity where I feel like you make money before you know what you're doing. Okay. Even at your job, your first day they give you orientation. They teach you how to do the actual duties. So people have that mindset like it's that you can't treat this opportunity like any other opportunity. Like when I started treating it like a job, I wasn't doing well. When I treat it like it's my only way to possibly make $1 million, that's when I started really grinding with it. So I think people come in with the mindset of flipping money. And that's kind of a bad term because when you flip it, it's like you expecting outrageous amounts. Flipping it's not really no thing with it. With investing, you're looking for a return. So you invest 100, you get 8% of your money a day, whatever. And I think the biggest thing is just the mindset of it. And you have to convince people or teach people that it's okay to lose money for the greater thing. Trillionaires lose billions. Billionaires lose millions, millionaires lose thousands, thousands lose hundreds. And people don't understand that mindset. They think it's just win, 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 win. But they'll lose in everything else in their life. But this is when they lose, like, oh, it don't work. One trade go wrong. I knew y'all had me. So honestly, I'm not even trying to be funny, but you gotta really teach, kind of, especially in Detroit, like it's so hard. Like what we do in Detroit is just different because you gotta teach people how to think like a millionaire, think like this is something that can really help you, think like the banks and everything. A lot of people who do this, they never invested before, so they're expecting just win, win, win. So you have to teach them like, okay, if you make 8% of your money in one day, that is outstanding. But they're looking at, okay, well, I had 200, I only made $16. Or wait, let me see. Yeah, 8%, but $16. That's nothing. No, that's actually a great return. If you do that consistently, you'll you'll make a lot of money. You'll be rich if you can make 8% every day. So you got to just change the mindset from the return on investment versus the, just a dollar amount. And people don't understand it if they never invested before. So
this is more so kind of like real estate, where you're not going to get rich overnight. You more so in it for like the
building wealth. Yes.
Got it. So at what point would someone decide like, all right, I'm pulling my money out? Like, can you kind of walk me through like, so when somebody would cash out and just
any day
stop doing? Do you stop doing Forex when you like take the money out, or you just pulling your money out because it got a good return?
I was gonna say, so it's different in stocks, right? So like with stocks, you have to buy shares.
Got it.
Right. So it's like, for instance, I don't know how much Nike worth right now, but let's just say it's worth $100, right? And we say, okay, we're gonna buy $100 worth of shares or whatever. So we have to put that exact amount. With this, we break it up into lot sizes, things like that, right? So if you have $100 balance, you don't have to put that whole $100 into one trade, right? You break it up to cents. Really, like it's 0.01, which is 1 penny in the real world, is actually worth 10 cents in the market, right? So you're basing off a lot size. So you break it up like that. So with the trading plan that I give it to my team and everything, I try to make you 30% of your account every week, right? And based off of that, then you will just withdraw maybe 10 or 20% of that, right? But you can withdraw any day. Right, you know how some stocks pay you out in dividends, things like that.
Yeah.
You can't always withdraw when you want it like that. With Forex, today is Saturday, January 9th, 8:06. If I was to make $1,000 at 8:07, I could withdraw that $1,000 at 8:07. And that's the benefit of Forex. That's something that I like, and that's something that I feel like intrigues, especially us from Detroit. We like fast money.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, I ain't.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't mean the illegal fast money. I just mean fast money, period. Like, we all like to come in a big lump sum, whether it's gambling at a casino, parlays, whatever it is. Like, you like the big lump sum of money.
Seahawks win? Anybody know?
I don't know the Seahawks win.
I ain't want to check it. Man.
But, so it's like, you can withdraw whatever you want. And it goes straight, like, you withdraw it through Bitcoin, go to your Cash App, and then go straight to your bank account.
Got it.
Just like
that. So this seems like as if it's more so you have to provide people the awareness of and like the educational piece of like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like this is a well-known business. It's been around for years, you know what I'm saying? It's not no pyramid scheme. It's just more so you have to educate people. So how do you go about getting your team? Is it through like referrals of people who's already on your team, and you kind of saying, hey, now they can show the results to, you know what I'm saying, family members? I would imagine it's more so of a warm type of system like that.
So definitely warm, and like the residual side is definitely optional. So a lot of people think you have to recruit to come in Forex. No, you can make money without telling the soul. My old people, shout out to everybody in North Carolina, no cap. Like, they the ones with capital. They be making $1,000 days, $2,000 days. They don't have anybody underneath them. So, they be getting off. But real talk. The residual side, though, like I said, is more so just making sure people are plugged in. Because the educational, the platform works. You know, the blueprint works, but it's just more so providing people with information, like you said, like raising their awareness, because people don't know what they don't know. Everybody, like, people think like, oh, I'm all plugged in, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, but maybe they're missing the risk management portion of it. So now the trades might be busting, so they're risking half their 50% of their account, and this week went great, but that's not something that's sustainable or duplicatable. So pretty much with the thing, you like, for me, I'm not, if I get a sign up, it's great, but I'm trying to get somebody on Field's team who just joined 2 weeks ago, them to get a sign up. Because for me, like, I've been doing this for 3 years. Like, everybody know I'm doing this. If you ain't joined with me by now, like, you just kind of like, you're not gonna join with me. But that's okay. Somebody on the field team who joined 2 weeks ago, their market is like fresh. They just started this opportunity, and a lot of times people are intrigued about it. They're just waiting for the right person to do it.
Right.
So a lot of times, you want to make sure people are profitable first. We don't want you to bring in anybody if you're not profitable, because you're here to make money. The residuals, is coming after you make money first. So our first statement is, hey, get profitable first. Get profitable first. Figure out why you're profitable, and then if you want to share the opportunity, you want to refer people, you want to build, it's optional for you. So
like for someone like myself, bro, like I'm still in corporate, so this seemed like something I would want to do on the side as opposed to going
full time
all in. Yeah. So like, I guess from the monetary piece, you don't got to give like full numbers, but just kind of walk me through, like, what would somebody be bringing in if I don't know the ranks in the system, but just kind of just give me some templates of what,
so,
like,
put in that perspective. I was had a team of 225 people while still working at Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I was getting $5,000 every single month, so $1,250 every Friday
Straight,
as a
Sign
side.
me up.
as a side. So
Okay.
that was a side hustle. So you can do it with the job. You don't have to, like I said, a lot of times people have jobs. Y'all have capital. So I'm like, look, if you could just make 50 to 100 a day. That's $250. If you make 50 a day, it's $250. That's $250 a week, $1,000 a month. That can go towards your mortgage, go towards your rent, and can pay your car note.
Right.
So a lot of times it can just be a passive income because you don't have to change the routine. We got the copy paste profit system where he said 15 seconds to put in a trade. I'm not telling people to quit their job. I just didn't like my job, so I quit. So I always try to explain that with corporate money, like even my mentor, she hit 6 figures on her side hustle.
Off of the Forex piece?
On Forex piece while doing her real job. So it's possible to do both.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Realistically though, if you're, like I said, just doing it, I say 30. If you just put an hour a day into it, you can easily on a monthly basis make about, I say $2,000 a month if you put an hour a day into it.
Okay, so and then walk me through like the ranks. Like I see chairman 5,000. Like what does that mean? Or you know what I'm saying?
All right, so every platinum rank is, and then the number afterwards how much you make a month. So platinum 150 is the first platinum rank. 3 people refer. You get 150 every month. 37.
It's residual. This coming
every Friday.
every time.
Every Friday. Yep.
Okay.
So it goes all the way up to chairman 750, which is 750,000 every month. 187,000 every Friday.
750,000.
Yes.
Oh, a week.
A month.
A month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 187.
Don't downgrade. You talking about a week? Oh, just a month. Like no, 750,000 a month,
bro.
A month.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bryce.
So y'all know people who actually.
Yes.
I know a 24-year-old who is a chairman 750 right now.
So like, do you know like a little bit of like how they got to that point? Like, is it just more so the recruiting? Like,
Yeah, so anything with
asking for a friend, by the way.
Anything with the platinum or chairman, that's on the residual, that's on building. So that's based on team size. So yeah,
Okay.
so that's what 72,000 I think you need to make
People.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
yeah, so I'm a chairman 10, so that's 500 people.
okay.
So what you gotta realize, like a lot of times people look at the people like just 500 people. I'm looking at it as like 20 single moms who need opportunity, 5 felons who can't get a job who needs opportunity. So I'm breaking down as an impact of people I'm making. The number's gonna be there. You gotta think about 7 billion people in the world. So getting 500 people really is like a drop in the ocean. So there's people out who really need opportunity. You just gotta really kind of make sure that you are helping the right people and impacting others with it, and the numbers will come.
Got it.
I remember when my team last year at the same time was, under 100, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I saw my team, eclipse 1,000 this year, last year. So like it's exponential the way it's growing. If you're doing the right things and making people money, you're doing it, actually are mentoring people. So
Got it. And so is that contingent on you, I guess, still like actively being involved in the business?
Yes.
I guess that's how that would work. Okay.
Yep. So it's not a sign up contest. You can sign up 1 million people, but if no one wants to continue doing it, then you won't be any platinum chairman rank. So that's why it's really on us as mentors to make sure they're having success, make sure they're hitting ranks they want to. If not, they don't want to hit ranks, make sure they're profitable. Because people making money from it, they're not gonna leave it. They're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
And so like, what's the end goal for y'all? Like, I know you talked about like you dive into like the real estate. You know what I'm saying? Kind of walking through some of the other business ventures that you want to go dive into.
You can.
So personally, like I love Forex. I'm going to do this forever, but there are other things I want to get into. Like vending machines. So we have a chat where we talk to some of our boys we went to high school with and college, and like I was telling them, like, hey, it's so much money out here. Like it's so many different hustles and investments you could do. Like, let's dive into it together. Because like he said, it's about the impact. Like I could easily make $1 million, but it's gonna be better if all my boys got $1 million with me. You feel me? So it's like I'm trying to get to
rich friends.
Exactly. So I'm trying to get into vending machines, real estate. I want to have parking lots. Like parking lots, it's a lot of money in there, and people just down. Man, you could eat. Well, granted, because COVID right now, but like think about like a Lions game, and now that they moved the Pistons down there, you have one parking lot during like, especially when all 3 teams.
$75
man,
a car, bro.
And it's and they gonna
People
pay
it.
They gonna pay it, and that's the crazy. You could really charge. Like personally, me, I'd be like $20. I can find free parking. But there are people that will pay $75 just so that they don't have to walk far. Like you gonna be like, look, me personally, I'm like, look, I'm gonna charge you what I can, what I know I can. Understand demographic and everything. So people are gonna pay that. So it's like I'm just trying to get into all different sources of income. Honestly, like one is not enough, and COVID proved that people who were just wanting one source of income for the most part had a job.
Mm-hmm.
Most people was laid off this year for a certain time, if not still.
Got it.
You know, so I'm just trying to get as many incomes as I can, find all different types of hustles. Real estate wholesaling, I've been looking into that a lot. It's like it's just, like this is going to fund my way into there.
Yeah. And what about you?
So, for one, I want to have like a bar. I like to drink. I like sports. So I feel like they say your passion should be stuff that you like. So I'm trying to work on my liquor license this year. It's kind of expensive for it. I don't even know that from the beverage side of being at Pepsi. So I'm really working on getting that. I want to open a couple of franchisees too as well downtown Detroit, because I live downtown right now. And every time I walk around, I'm just like, man, like this is our own. Like it's just so many opportunities, even downtown still. So I'm trying to be like my black Dan Gilbert, like just buy downtown for real. So I want to get, like I said, a bar. I want to open up a couple franchisees. I ain't gonna tell nobody because, like I said, it's actually dang, bro, like I can't believe nobody brought this downtown yet. Like, well, I'm gonna see in like 2 years. I want to also get into real estate. It's generic. I want to buy back the block pretty much. I have my own community like development where like a kind of affordable housing type thing. When I hit my next rank, which is Chairman 25, I want to actually kind of help with the entrepreneurship in the city. So what I'm gonna do is start small black business Friday. Every Friday, I'm gonna get like $1,000 grant to like different businesses in Detroit, black business. So that's my pledge at Chairman 25. It's my next rank.
Y'all heard it here live, man.
Yeah, man. I heard it first. I really been cooking that up though. I really want to do that. And then like I said, from there, I do want to own a sports team, and that's like a long. Bro, that's a long term goal. That's a long term goal. But like I said, I love sports. Like I really do. Like I don't just bet just because I like to bet and gamble, but I actually like to watch the sports and see it develop. But yeah, that's pretty much like the first things I really want to do. Just franchise these sports teams, get my liquor license to do that. I even open a hookah lounge. I like to turn up. I like hookah. You feel me? Like, it's like something that'd be a nice vibe too.
You should buy the Lions. They need it.
Hey man,
they Forex not selling here right now. Forex not selling the Lions, bro. They're not doing that. Like, it's done.
Well, cool, man. No, bro, it's been a good talk, man. I'm glad that we were able to connect. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get a little bit more information on the Forex. I may or may not sign up.
Okay.
Hopefully, whoever watching this, we can get a coupon code, get a little waiver off, you know what I'm saying, the introduction fee. But no, man, go ahead and leave everybody, you know what I'm saying, where they can reach out to y'all if they want to, you know what I'm saying, sign up or connect and follow y'all. Just go ahead and give everybody y'all social media platforms.
All right. On Instagram, it's my primary one, at Matty B, MATTIEB __. Same on Twitter and Clubhouse. Follow me on Clubhouse. I like that. I like that new social media.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram as well, at phil.weir. Facebook as well, Philip Weir. Not so much Twitter, but I am on there. My handle, I made it back in the day. It's an old handle, but it's called She Feel Me. SHEPHIL me. You see the play of the words.
Like
I made it back in the day. But I'm also on Clubhouse at Phil Weir. Definitely give me a follow. I love Clubhouse. Like that's something that's really big now as well. So I definitely had a great time here. Definitely great conversation.
And if you say you saw us on this promo, I give you $50 off your enrollment.
Ooh. And I'll add an extra 25 on that.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, yeah. Before I wrap this up, I gotta ask this question, bro. So, does the enrollment fee, does that go to you? Like, kind of walk me through that, if you can. I don't know if that's something. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So we don't get the money; it goes directly to the educational platform. So you're buying the education. Same way in school, like you might have an online education platform. We had e-learning at Western. Yeah, that's like where they, all your classes were set up. So you actually paying online. So we don't get those proceeds. It goes for your educational account.
Got it. So basically, if I pay, I don't know, $250, that's going to my training that I'm going to learn.
You buy the education. Basically. Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Right now, though, it's $199.
Okay.
So there is a discount.
Then you got the 75 with us.
Exactly.
So it's $125 to get started. About 50% off.
Hey, man. I might tap in. We'll see on the next episode. And we out.